Hello everybody and welcome to another trading card unboxing video. This is another one that's been in the works for quite some time now, because today I have 5 different EX battle decks that we're going to be opening up and going through in this video. This is another case where I would go to Shoppers, because I go there pretty often to get prescriptions filled, but they wouldn't have any card packs available. Instead, they would have these EX battle decks, and I figured since there's always a Black Star promo card that you can only get by buying these battle decks, that I would buy this since there weren't any card packs available, so I'm still getting something new to my collection. In addition to going through these, if you've watched any of my recent unboxing videos, I have decided that for the digital codes that come in each of these packs, I will be giving them out to you, the commenters. I'm hoping to restrict it to one person per box here, but if you would like the digital code for any of these battle decks, put a comment under the video specifying which battle deck you'd like the code for. Again, I'm trying to restrict it to one person per code, so there will be 5 different codes here, but if after, say, the first month nobody else has commented and there's still codes available, feel free to comment and request an additional code, and I should still have the code handy to be able to give to you. But we're going to get this started. We're going to go ahead and start with the Kangaskhan EX box. We're not going in any specific order. Let's get this going. If you've watched or seen or bought it yourself, these EX battle decks, I will note that there's no difference in the contents from video to video. It's always going to be the same stuff. But the reason, like I said, I bought this is, as you can see, this Kangaskhan EX is a Black Star promo. And like I said at the start, this is only available in this EX battle deck. So let's get this opened, and we'll go through what we have here. So a lot of them do come with the same coin. This is a silver EX coin. I'm not sure if I have it already, but I will definitely have it by the end of this video because there's multiples. Alright, what else do we have here? We got a little how-to manual, what you can do on your turn, how to play. I don't typically open those up. I don't believe the digital code is in there anyways. We have a playmat. Does it feature Kangaskhan, or is it just green? It looks like it's just a green little playmat. Oh, there we go. Sorry. There's the full playmat. A nice little design on the back there. Then we've got our quick start rules of how to actually play Pokemon, obviously. What do we got here? Is this just like additional products, or is it... Okay, so it details some stuff about your specific deck and the other deck that would have been offered at the same time, which would be the Greninja one. Then, of course, we have our damage counters here. And now let's get a nice, better look at our Kangaskhan EX. Absolute beauty of a card. Don't know if it revealed. I'll edit it out if it did. But then we've got the code card. Again, this is for the deck box, I believe. Yeah, Kangaskhan EX Battle Deck. And I won't be using this code myself. So if you'd like the Kangaskhan EX Battle Deck code, put that in the comments and I will give that to you. Alright, so we've got our proper little deck box here. Interesting that it doesn't anywhere on it specify the Kangaskhan EX deck. But let's go through what comes in these decks. Alright, so first off we have a basic grass energy. Basic grass energy. You'll obviously get a lot of duplicates because this is a deck meant to actually be played with. Basic grass energy, basic grass energy, basic grass energy, basic grass energy. Basic grass energy, basic grass energy, many of basic grass energies it seems, basic grass energy, another basic grass energy, basic grass energy. I didn't look on the side to how many there are. Basic grass energy, basic grass energy, basic grass. Okay, now we're on to some actual Pokemon. That should be it for our energies. And then another thing about this is, while you'll always get the same cards in that. If you don't buy the packs, this is a way to get additional cards for the set, because the cards themselves aren't exclusive to the battle deck. It's just that Black Star promo that is. So, first up we have a Common Smoliv, Common Smoliv, Common Smoliv, Common Smoliv. And we have a Common Trainer Supporter Nemona, Common Trainer Supporter Nemona, Common Trainer Supporter Nemona, Common Trainer Supporter Nemona, Common Trainer Item Great Ball, Common Trainer Item Great Ball, Common Trainer Item Great Ball, another Common Trainer Item Great Ball. Then we have a Common Dolliv, Common Dolliv, Common Dolliv, Common Shroomish, Common Shroomish, Common Shroomish. Then we have an Uncommon Trainer Supporter Youngster, Uncommon Trainer Supporter Youngster, Uncommon Trainer Supporter Youngster, Uncommon Breloom, Uncommon Breloom, Common Shuckle, Common Shuckle, Common Zigzagoon, Common Zigzagoon, Uncommon Bouffalont, Uncommon Bouffalont, Uncommon Trainer Item Nest Ball, Uncommon Trainer Item Nest Ball, Common Trainer Item Switch, Common Trainer Item Switch, Rare Arboliva, I believe, or Arboliva, like olive, Arboliva, maybe, Uncommon Lanoon, Rare Trainer Supporter Boss's Orders Getsis, not 100% certain, Uncommon Trainer Supporter Jacques, Common Trainer Supporter Rhyme, Common Trainer Item Pokegear 3.0, Common Trainer Item Palpad, and the last part of this deck is a Common Trainer Item Potion. I find it very, very interesting right off the bat that this was a Kangaskhan EX battle deck, advertised as such on the box. It does specify Grass Energy here on the side, but other than the EX, it doesn't actually feature any additional Kangaskhan. Not even that many normal types. And I get Grass can be used for normal types in the TCG, but I'm very surprised that despite it being marketed with a normal type front and center, it is primarily a Grass type deck. That must be because the other deck that I guess was released at the same time was the Greninja, which is a water deck, so it's made to be able to be the counter to that. But let's seal this all back up. Unlike the Battle Academies, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the decks as is in this deck box, or if I'm only going to keep the cards that are new to my collection. I haven't fully decided yet, because I do have other deck boxes, but I think the deck boxes I've come across, I've actually kept empty, so it all depends on what I did with that. If I have other decks, then I'll probably keep it as its own deck, and then otherwise, I'll only keep the cards that I actually need for my collection. But that is our first deck box. Put that to the side, and then we might as well move on to the Greninja EX deck box next. So obviously this will be water types, and again, this came out around the time, obviously, of the Kangaskhan, because that's the other promotional one on that little sheet. But it seems that this deck might have a hard time fighting against that Kangaskhan one with so many grass types in there. Then again, I know with the TCG, sometimes the only weakness on the card is electric, so maybe the grass types wouldn't be that problem. But I'm assuming the resistance for the grass types would be water. So, looking first, we have our Greninja EX. I was just checking the resistance on this, which it has none. And I know with the TCG Pocket, there's no resistance. But I don't think they've gotten rid of that in the main TCG. But this is our first look here. Let's get this opened up. We have another Silver EX coin here. We have our damage counters. We have our little sheet detailing information of this deck. And then, of course, on the back of it is the Kangaskhan EX. Kind of nice to know that I've got the two decks that were released side by side, I guess. Next we have our sheet, and I am glad to see there is some difference here with it being water. The Kangaskhan one didn't have that. I thought it would be the exact same little sheet here. But this would be the Kangaskhan one, this would be the Greninja one. Already couldn't remember the name of the Pokemon we were just looking at. Then we have our quick start rules. And our details of what you can do on your turn, little helpful tips on how to play. Then, of course, we have our Greninja EX. Very, very nice looking card. Again, exclusive to the EX Battle Deck. Then we have our code card, which again, if you'd like the Greninja EX Battle Deck code, put it in the comments, let me know. If you're the first one, then I will give you the code. If not, then unfortunately, I'll probably have already given the code out. And again, if you requested the Kangaskhan one, wait a month. If no one else has requested, then feel free to request the Greninja one as well. Oh, I'm opening it up, but I didn't even show it off. We have our little deck box here, which does feature the water design. Still doesn't actually say anything to indicate that it is the Greninja one. Maybe that's done on purpose, though. Maybe that's done so you can use it, and you don't feel obligated to use the same deck in this box. If you don't use the EX Battle Deck that it comes with, you could still use it, maybe even for a water-themed deck. Right. Starting off, we have a basic water energy, basic water energy, basic water energy, basic water energy, oh, another basic water energy, a basic water energy, surprise, basic water energy, basic water energy, basic water energy, a basic water energy, a basic water energy. If anyone's listening to this video, they might think I've glitched and I'm just looping every couple seconds. Another basic water energy, 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 and another basic water energy. Basic water energy. I understand. It's a deck. It's going to have a lot of energy so you can actually use the deck. I'm not complaining about that. It's just, it's funny to go through a lot. Then a common trainer supporter Nemona. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Common trainer item Great Ball. 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 Common Froakie. Common Froakie. And this, this shows that it is a Greninja deck because you would need the evolutions of Froakie to summon Greninja EX. Common Froakie. Common Quaxly. Common Quaxly. Common Quaxly. Common Wiglet. Common Wiglet. I am noticing the resistance for pretty much all of these are blank. I'm not sure if that's common in the new TCG or not. But common Wiglet. Uncommon Frogadier. Uncommon Frogadier. Rare Quackquivel. Rare Quackquivel. Uncommon Quaxwell. Uncommon Quaxwell. Uncommon Wugtrio. Uncommon Wugtrio. Uncommon Lapras. uncommon Lapras, common Delibird, common Delibird, uncommon trainer supporter Jacques. What happened to my light? Why did it change to rainbow? I do have one of those LED, you can change the color of the light, but I do typically use white. I don't know why all of a sudden it decided to turn to rainbow. Maybe we had a little hiccup of the power. We did have a power outage not too long ago with a very heavy storm. Let's get back to this, though. We have an uncommon trainer supporter Jacques, uncommon trainer supporter Youngster, uncommon trainer supporter Youngster, uncommon trainer item Nestball, uncommon trainer item Nestball, common trainer item Switch, common trainer item Switch, common trainer supporter Clavel, common trainer item Energy Retrieval, common trainer item Pokegear 3.0, and the final card of the deck is a common trainer item Potion. So that is it for the Greninja EX deck. Let's put that back in the box for now until I decide if I'm keeping it as its deck or not. I did keep the demo decks that I got as their own thing, but those are like a special occasion. It's not like you could go out and just buy the demo decks. It was specifically, you know, part of the party play thing, and that's what made them special. That's why I kept them as their decks. I don't think I normally keep these, but I do like to keep the deck box, just because, you know, they look nice. Alright. Now, I'm not sure what the sets are left here, because obviously the Greninja and the Kangaskhan came out around the same time. But this one has Pokemon Starter number 6 on it, so maybe the Chien-Pao and the Tinkaton were released around the same time. We will find out. We're going to go ahead and go with the Tinkaton EX Battle Deck next. If I can get that open. Because I'm assuming, I don't usually pay attention too much about when these release and all that. Again, I just came across them at Shoppers and was like, I'm in the mood to buy Pokemon. I'm in the mood to be financially unstable and spend money on Pokemon instead of the things that I need. It's not like that. And it's not bad to spend money on hobbies and all that, which Pokemon obviously is for me. Alright, we have Tinkaton EX front and center here. Very, very nice looking card. Oh, look at that! Well, you can't see it because it's not on screen, but give me one moment. This one actually features a different colored EX coin. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up very well, but it's a green, maybe more of an emerald color there. So it is actually different to the coins that I have gotten so far. Just trying to get most of the stuff out here. Alright, we have our little quick what to do on your turn, little reminders of what poisons there are, and paralysis. Couldn't think of the word. You know, status effects. That would have been simpler to say. We have our sheet here. Very nice specific detail to that. And it looks like, I might be right with the Chien-Pao because it looks like an ice type here for the back of this. We have our quick start rules. The box itself feels a little different. Not box, but the paper itself feels a little different. I wonder if the actual rules differ slightly across the battle decks, or maybe at least like the different sets that come out. Alright, then we have our little reminder of special tips about the specific battle deck and its competitor. So we have the Tinkaton EX battle deck here. That's one big hammer. It's what it said on this paper. Alright, and then we have Chien-Pao EX battle pack. So that is the, you know, they released two at the same time. This is the other one that released, so we'll go with that one next. Works out nicely. So I don't have the one that released at the same time as the Houndoom EX. We have our damage counters. Deck box, and we've got our Tinkaton EX, very nice looking card, and of course the code card. Again, if you'd like the Tinkaton EX, leave a comment below. If you're the first to do so, I will give you the code for that in a response, so keep your notifications on. And if it has been more than a month since the video has gone live and it hasn't been requested, and you've requested one of the other ones, feel free to request this one too. But we will put those to the side. We have our nice deck box here. Let's go through what we have in this deck. Alright, we have a basic Psychic Energy, 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 basic Psychic Energy. I think I'm getting psychic with knowing what next card's gonna be. Basic Psychic Energy. Believe it, it's a basic Psychic Energy. A basic Psychic Energy. 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 Alright. Now we're on to the actual Pokemon here. We've got a common Tinkatink. Common Tinkatink. This is one I've gotten in Pokemon Go, just the first form, and have never evolved it, never gotten the other forms at all. So for some reason, hard for me to get. Common Tinkatink. Common Tinkatink. Very fun name to say for a Pokemon that I don't really care for. Then we have a Common Drifloon, Kidnapper of Children. Common Drifloon. Common Drifloon. Common Drifloon. Common Trainer Supporter Nemona. Common Trainer Supporter Nemona. Common Trainer Supporter Nemona. Common Trainer Supporter Nemona. Common Trainer Item Great Ball. 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 Uncommon Tinkatuff. Uncommon Tinkatuff. Uncommon Tinkatuff. Uncommon Drifblim. Uncommon Drifblim. Uncommon Drifblim. You know, I wouldn't have a problem with Drifloon because he doesn't like overweight kids. But Drifblim I might have a problem with. Uncommon. I don't know if you want to call it Espathra, if it's pronounced like that, or just Espathra. Because ESP, it's psychic. I want to say Espathra, but I'm not sure. So, another uncommon Espathra. Uncommon Espathra. Common Flittle. I found that interesting. They gave us the evolution before the first form here. Common Flittle. Common Flittle. Uncommon Trainer Supporter Youngster. Uncommon Trainer Supporter Youngster. Uncommon Trainer Item Nest Ball. Uncommon Trainer Item Nest Ball. It would be interesting. I don't know. I've already forgotten with the others. I know Great Ball comes up, but it would be interesting to see if other balls are used in other decks. Like this has a Nest Ball. Maybe the other one has a Net Ball, a Dive Ball, and another water type. It would be interesting to see that. Then we have a Common Trainer Item Palpad. Common Trainer Item Palpad. Common Trainer Item Pokegear 3.0. Common Trainer Item Pokegear 3.0. Common Trainer Item Switch. Common Trainer Item Switch. Common Squawkabilly. Uncommon Trainer Supporter Jacques. And the last card is not a potion this time. Is a Common Trainer Item Energy Retrieval. So that is the Tinkaton EX battle deck. What you doing? You can't see him, but my other cat walked in the room. Michael is on the windowsill, but Lucifer just walked in. I think it's just because there's the bags from the other unboxings that I've done that are on the floor, and he likes to crinkle those. Alright, moving on to the Chien-Pao EX battle deck next, because this released at the same time as the Tinkaton one. I know it's funny to say that I primarily buy these for the one card, but like I've said before, also, I mean, does it say which deck this came out at the same time as? It doesn't say what expansion, but I do get bulk cards for expansions that I might not have bought a bunch from. Because I haven't sat down and bought a lot of Scarlet and Violet just packs, so I've definitely missed some expansions. Alright, but first up we have our Chen? I've always said Chain, but it might be Chen Pao EX. Beauty of a card, and a legendary. This one, too, actually, has the green EX coin on it. Now, I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought on the box that it showed a silver one, which it did. And I believe, yeah, the Tinkaton actually did too. So I thought I was getting the same coin that was in both of these. The Houndoom is the only one that I bought that has that green coin on it. So I thought I got, 4 silver coins. I wonder what happened in between those to make them change the design of the box to align with the coin better. But let's go through with what we have first. I believe this is our playmat. Yes, this is our playmat, but I have it backwards. So here we go. Here's our proper playmat with a nice little ice design. I do like that they would line up with how they have the image back here. Very nice. So we have our quick start rules. Then, of course, we have our little reminder sheet of helpful little tips. Because it gives you hints of, oh, this is a good way to draw more energy. This is a good way to use this card. Like little details of this specific deck that aren't generic of how to play the game. Then, of course, we have it for Tinkaton EX on the back, too. Our damage counters. I find it interesting that they make a point on this, the little reference guide here, to point out like status effects like poison, but they don't actually give those tokens in the Battle EX decks. I know they come in, what is the, like, I don't want to say premium bundle because that doesn't seem like the right term, but the box sets that come out. I've opened 1 or 2 on the channel before and they have those in them, but they don't have them in the EX battle decks. Maybe they're built to not actually use those status effects, and that's why they don't give the coins. Because, I mean, you're not going to be burning or poisoning with an ice type. You might be freezing, but not burning or poisoning. Here is our Chen Pao EX. I'm going to change how I say it. How many times, I don't know. I will probably not be right a single time of how I say it. Then, of course, we've got the code card, which, again, if no one has requested it in the comments, feel free to comment that you'd like the code card for this. And if a month has passed, you can also request it again. I'm going to go with a month for now. We'll see if people start commenting. Then, if I see that it's the same person getting the codes, maybe I'll extend it longer. I've just decided recently to start giving out the codes because, again, I enter them in my copy of the game, and then I do nothing with them. And that's different from me doing nothing with the cards other than putting them in the binder because they're a physical collection that I can look at. But when they're just in the game, they're not doing anything. I'd rather the codes go to someone who actually will play the game and use them. But the cards, I'd like to go into my collection. Alright, next up we have our deck box here. Put the deck box to the side. Alright, we have a basic water energy, basic water energy, basic water energy, basic water energy, basic water energy. I know there's multiple types. Water and ice tend to be with this, but I'm just going with what I would originally say. Basic water energy, because I don't know the proper term in TCG. I only played the TCG Pocket only recently. I've never gotten into the proper TCG. Maybe if I did start playing it, then I would use the code cards again. But I've never sat down to play it, and I'm not using the TCG Live game, so I wanted to let other people get enjoyment out of it. Basic water energy, basic water energy, basic water energy, basic water energy. I also believe the codes give you this exact deck. I'm not 100% certain. Basic water energy, 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 basic water energy. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Common trainer item Great Ball. See, this one doesn't have nest balls, and the blue does match with water and ice. Common trainer item Great Ball. Common trainer item Great Ball. Common trainer item Great Ball. I feel like we need a ball for each type. Would that be weird? I know nest balls and all that are like helpful for bugs, but I feel like we need a ball that's for electric types and all that. Maybe a magnet ball. That just one for each type. I think that would be interesting. Then again, I guess it would be kind of easy to just use that specific ball. But I mean, how many people just use a quick ball? That's even easier. All right. Continuing on, because I've went on a tangent, we have an uncommon Arctibax. Got a shiny of that in Pokemon Go recently. Very nice. Uncommon Arctibax. Uncommon Arctibax. Well, I mean, of the first form, I haven't evolved it yet. Common Frigibax. Common Frigibax. Common Frigibax. Common Buizel. Common Buizel. Common Buizel. Common Marill. Common Marill. Common Marill. Rare Baxcalibur. Rare Baxcalibur. Uncommon Floatzel. Uncommon Floatzel. Uncommon Azumarill. Uncommon Azumarill. Common Delibird. Common Delibird. Uncommon Trainer Supporter Youngster. Uncommon Trainer Supporter Youngster. Common Trainer Item Energy Retrieval. Common Trainer Item Energy Retrieval. Uncommon Trainer Item Nest Ball. Uncommon Trainer Item Nest Ball. Common Trainer Item Pokegear 3.0. Common Trainer Item Pokegear 3.0. Common Trainer Item Switch. Common Trainer Item Switch. Common Bruxish. Uncommon Trainer Supporter Jacques. And the last card of this deck is a Common Trainer Item Palpad. Put those to the side, and we have one more EX battle deck to open up here. Alright, so we're moving on to the Houndoom EX. I'm not sure what deck was released coinciding with this. I believe that's the right word that I'm looking for here. But we will see in this shortly, and maybe then I'll try and look out for that in the future. Alright, so we have a Houndoom EX. Oh, see, this is funny. This is weird. Really weird. Because the box, I was expecting, it doesn't want to open, so I sound like a freak showing you nothing right now, but I was expecting a green coin. It actually came with a silver coin. Not what's on the box. At least I did end up getting a green coin, but I thought I was getting it from this one. Alright. First up, we have our little reference sheet, what you can do on your turn, and status effects. Then we have our damage counters. Maybe because it's like considered like a level 1 entry thing with these battle decks, maybe that's why they don't have the status effects. Alright, let's see what deck was released coinciding with this. I'm having some trouble getting it open here. Oh, okay. I have seen this, I just didn't end up buying it. The Melmetal EX battle deck was released coinciding with the Houndoom one. Interesting. And then, of course, we have our little tips and tricks for the Houndoom EX one. So I might try and keep an eye out for the Melmetal one, just so I have both ones that were released at that time. Moving on, we have our playmat. Very nice. And then it's kind of hard to tell from an outside perspective that these are gears and such to show that it's the steel type. But very nice design still. I like the conflicting types on this. This is very nice looking. All right, we have our quick start rules. I'd imagine that quick start rules would explain whether or not there's status effects as well. The quick start rules, maybe its status effects is more advanced. Now we have our Houndoom EX, very, very nice card, and our code card, which once again, comment if you want the Houndoom EX box. If it's been a month and no one else has commented, you can comment again for it if you commented for another box. But again, keep those notifications on because I'll simply respond in a reply to your comment, so hopefully you see that first. That's why you got to keep those comments, those notifications on. Ring the bell and such, you know. If I hear that a lot of people aren't getting the code put in before, maybe I'll try and find out if there's a message option on YouTube. I've never really responded to the comments in that much, like in this way, so I'm not sure if there's a way to personalize message the person saying here's your code. I'll sort that out in the future once people start commenting and once I can actually get these sent out to them. All right, so moving on, we have the basic darkness energy, which as well, if things change on how I'm doing it, I will mention it in the video or a comment saying this is how I'm doing it now, check your inbox or something like that. So basic darkness energy, basic darkness energy, basic darkness energy. Oh, not as many this time. Then we have a common trainer item, Great Ball. Oh, things are changed up a little bit with this one. Basic darkness energy. Condom Houndour. Also got a shiny of that in Pokemon Go recently. Very nice. Common Nimble. Uncommon Houndoom. Basic darkness energy. This one's actually shuffled up a bit. That's interesting. Uncommon Umbreon. Rare Morpeko. Common Eevee. Uncommon trainer item Energy Sticker. Basic darkness energy. Uncommon trainer item Nest Ball. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Uncommon trainer supporter Rourke. Basic darkness energy. Uncommon trainer supporter Youngster. Uncommon trainer supporter Rika. Common trainer item Great Ball. Basic darkness energy. Rare Lokix. Or Lokix. Sorry, for Locust. Uncommon Seviper. Common trainer item Potion. Common trainer item Switch. Basic darkness energy. Uncommon trainer item Energy Sticker. Uncommon trainer supporter Jacques. Common Nimble. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Basic darkness energy. Common Eevee. Common Houndour. Common trainer item Great Ball. Basic darkness energy. Uncommon Umbreon. Uncommon trainer supporter Rika. Basic darkness energy. Rare Morpeko. Basic darkness energy. Uncommon Houndoom. Uncommon Seviper. Common trainer supporter Nemona. Uncommon trainer item Nest Ball. Basic darkness energy. Uncommon trainer supporter Youngster. Basic darkness energy. Common trainer item Great Ball. Common trainer item Potion. Rare Lokix. Uncommon trainer supporter Rourke. Basic darkness energy. Common Houndour. Common Nimble. Common Eevee. Common trainer supporter Nemona, and the last card of this deck is a basic darkness energy. Interesting that that one had a different layout or sort of the way the deck was packaged. But that is the last of our EX battle decks. So again, comment if you would like any of these decks. If I can figure out the personal message, then I'll respond to your comment with check your inbox or whatever. I'm not sure how that works, but we'll go from there. So we got 5 specifically. I'm missing one. Where did you go? My Shen Pao. Perfect. 5 specific Black Star promo cards that, again, you can't get if you don't buy the battle. I'm trying to not have the glare show off, like block one of the cards, but I don't think I'll be able to fully without showing them like this. But 5 cards that are only from those. These are definitely going in my binder because I definitely don't have them. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the bulk cards. Plus the coins. Also collect the coins. So, that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Future unboxings for Pokemon will not be battle decks, so it will be packs involved. So there will be some surprises. It won't be specific, here's what you get. It'll be actually packs involved, which I know people like more, obviously. But that is it for now. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.